It's never just a given. Nicole, if your best employee hits every target, but the whole team celebrates when they go on leave, are they still your best employee? Whew.
What do you mean?
So they hit targets. They
So your best employee,
they're top of the your best employee from a perspective of they deliver.
yes.
They bring in revenue. But people do not like them.
Oh, okay. Now I understand the whole team celebrates when that
Yes.
person goes on leave.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant the whole team celebrates when they go on leave.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no, no, no.
I'm a little bit confused.
When the person goes on leave.
It's a tough call.
Mm.
And it is, I guess the question would be, what is your definition of best?
No, so let's go with results. So they bring in revenue.
They bring in revenue.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is the problem is and I'll go back to stats. I mean, Barry teaches this, lots of people teach this. 20% of the people do 80% of the work. So you're always going to have one or two employees that do more than everybody else.
Yeah.
So the question then becomes, what is more?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And you're always going to have one or two people that outshine everybody else.
Yes.
But then the question then becomes, is it worth keeping the others?
Oh, you went the other way with it. Okay.
Yeah, well, why would you get rid of a results producing person?
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be a thing of as a whole you bad for the organization?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So, and this comes back to what are you creating? What is the culture you want to create?
There you go.
And, does that person fit in with your culture?
Mm.
And if they don't fit in with your culture, but they're still producing results, then you've got to make the call of, is your culture not incorrect, or is the person not correct for the culture?
Okay. So the person is, because I feel like it's bit like doing the episodes with you, doing the episodes with Barry. I've still kind of gotten the sense that most businesses don't have a culture. They have a culture. It's an unspoken culture. You know what I mean? It's not like this is we play to win type of thing. It's just
Oh, we're here to be busy.
yeah, we do stuff.
We just do stuff.
How does that then differ?
And it's understanding that it's important to just be aware of what is the culture, and are you creating a results driven culture, or are you creating a culture of being busy?
Mm.
And I mean, we like, I'll use IT for example.
Yeah.
And this is something where we've seen website gets hacked, and you spend 6 months trying to fix the website. That person who's trying to fix the website is busy.
Very busy.
And they are spending all their time doing all this work, but it's not creating any results.
Gotcha.
And yet, if you went to an expert would say, once your website's been hacked, do not try and fix it. Just build a new one. It'll take you way less time.
Yeah.
Now, you'll only learn that from experience. So it's not to say the person that spent 6 months trying to fix the website is bad. They just weren't focused on the and maybe they were focused on the result, but they spend a lot of time doing the wrong things.
That makes sense.
And that's where it is. It's so challenging to understand, like, what is your culture? Because if your culture is correct, that person can come back and say, I'm spending all this time, I'm not getting any results. And, I fix one thing and then the next thing goes, and then I fix something else, and then I fix something else, and I'm just not getting anywhere. But you have to be able to have a platform to be able to say that.
Yes.
And I think this is also, you're talking about somebody that shoots the lights out. So, for example, an expert comes in and says, just rebuild the website. and they come in, they rebuild the website, and boom,
Results.
they got results.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the person who spent 6 months rebuilding, and I say rebuilding, trying to fix the website, suddenly doesn't like that person because you stole my job.
I exposed something.
But the issue is, it's what did the person not know?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just there's a lot of unknowns,
Mm.
and people don't like people who know
Know stuff.
everything.
Mm. All right, let me give you some examples of the scenario I'm thinking about here. So you have the salesperson who hits targets, but they never update the CRM. The manager who delivers results, but humiliates people. The experienced employee who refuses to follow a new process. The technical expert who hoards information. The employee who treats support staff as though their work doesn't matter. If I bring in the most money, shouldn't I get more freedom than anybody else?
No,
Why?
because systems are important. And everything you've brought up is about systems.
Mm.
You know, I mean, in the work that we've done with traction and EOS and systems are critical.
Mm-hmm.
And, just, I mean, I think of Gilbert and Oka, who, when there's heat and pressure, when everything's going well, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's heat and pressure, your systems is what's going to sustain your business. And, the salesperson who hits target but never updates the CRM.
Yeah.
Well, when there's heat and pressure and that person, I don't know, gets sick or goes on leave, and suddenly your CRM system isn't giving you the information you want.
No, I can't find. It's saying like I can't. You're the top salesperson. You get sick 2 weeks, you're out. I can't find the clients.
You can't even find the clients you want, and suddenly there's heat and pressure.
Damn, that's true.
Okay. And I mean, Gilbert Anoka uses this example of one of the guys who used to lose his temper, and their system was good, bad, indifferent. It doesn't matter. You take 3 steps away from the person, the other player or the umpire or referee or whatever it is. You take 3 steps away, you take 3 breaths, and then you turn around and you come back.
Okay.
Because in that system, walk away, 3 breaths, walk back, you have time for your blood to stop boiling.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
And enough to be able to respond in a sort of, I'm not going to say, but enough to be able to respond in a decent manner.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas generally, if a player comes at you, you want to just flip and knock their lights out.
Yes.
In the heat
Game
of the
over.
moment.
Yeah.
And so that was the system that they created on the rugby field, was when something boils your blood, you take 3 steps that way, you take 3 breaths, and then you come back.
Okay.
And that system changed everything for them. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a system, because systems are not designed for when things are going well. Systems are designed for when things are not going well. And most people forget that.
Yeah, that's true.
The technical expert who hoards information.
That's a big one, I feel like, for technical people.
And
it's my expertise.
I get it. But when that technical person goes away and the business collapses or the IT system collapses,
yes,
suddenly somebody else is going to come in and they're going to replace that person, and they're going to share information, and that guy comes back. He's toast.
Yeah, we don't need you anymore now.
We don't,
because we're sharing information. It's benefiting business.
We brought somebody else in, and they explained X, Y, and Z. Well, it benefited everybody.
Yeah.
So why on earth would we go with you? And so it's so important to understand systems come in handy when there's heat and pressure, not when things are going well.
Mm.
Because the IT person can hoard as much information as they want when there's no heat and pressure.
No, I get you. That makes a lot of sense. This question, I'm excited about this one. What happens in somebody's mind when they're repeatedly told that they're the best? From your experience.
That depends.
What does it depend on?
Well, it depends on mindset. And I guess some people like to be told that they're the best, and some people can't handle being told that they're the best. And it's very much just, where is that person at? And some people will shy away from being told they're the best, and it will actually knock them down.
Oh, damn.
So if I keep telling somebody with no confidence, you're the best, and they're like, I don't want to outshine anybody in the office, I better not perform. So that person stops performing every time you tell them they're the best.
Oh, yeah, because now you expose me.
Because now everybody knows I'm the best, and I don't want to be the best.
Don't do that in a meeting.
So they will actually start doing less.
So then that becomes, as a business owner, as a manager, these are things that you've now got to be able to start picking up, right? Because the way Nicole might respond to being told I'm the best versus the way Suli might respond to being told he's the best is two different things. We work in the same team, same business, same department even. You may get knocked down. I may be like, yes, I am. Hells yes. Keep telling me that. So you've got to be able to, the managing of people. This is an interesting thing. I think a lot of business owners miss that part, the managing of people.
And it's something that in terms of, in order to have a good business, you need to be good at goal setting and people skills. And most people are good at one or the other. They don't combine them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're good at neither. They just go through the motions.
Just flow with it. See what happens.
So it is important to just be aware of, what are your people skills? And the other thing is, what are you doing to grow your people skills? What are you doing to get better at communication? Because, I've seen it. You have somebody that's really, really good at something, but their communication sucks.
Yes.
What are you doing to help them improve their communication?
How do I do that as a manager, business owner? How do I help you in that type of scenario?
Well, you have to find out, one, if the person wants help. and you laugh, but it is a big thing. A lot of people say they want help, but they're not prepared to do anything
to help themselves.
Correct.
In terms of help. Okay.
So, if somebody knows they're not good at something, ask them to read a book.
Okay.
Ask them to listen to a podcast. Ask them to
this podcast. Yeah.
Ask them to, I don't know, do an exercise, go on a course. I think the stat is 80% of people do nothing. Here's a book.
Oh,
if you read this book, it's going to help you with your communication. People
I don't read.
Nothing.
That can't be good for a business, though, right? Because wouldn't you say that's why we probably see a lot of turnover in terms of businesses?
That would be one. And the other thing is, I think society has been designed to not get involved in personal development. Because
why is that? Why do you think that?
Because school sucked for most people. I had to learn all this stuff that was completely irrelevant, and I leave school and I'm just going to go, well, I am never opening a book ever again.
I'm not going to learn anymore. I'm not going to. I read enough.
I read enough at school at varsity. Why on earth would I read anything else? 90% of what I learned was a load of trash anyway, so why would I read a book?
Yeah, how's that going to help me?
It's not going to help me. And that's the problem, is that you can give people tools to equip them, But if they are not willing to help themselves,
Mm,
there's not a lot you can do. And people will find any excuse possible
yeah,
to not do it.
to not work on themselves. No, that's a bad. That one I would have.
You're the problem, not me.
What are you
Why-
talking about? I'm here to do my
It's
job. Stop trying to make me do weird stuff.
yeah. And also people will go, yeah, but it's not me that's the problem with communicate. I don't have a problem with communication. You do.
I sent you the email.
I mean, I sent you a WhatsApp. I sent
Didn't you
you
get it?
like what's
This was an emergency, and you sent me an email. What are you talking about?
and that's the problem is people will blame other people for their problems instead of going, how do I get better? How do I improve?
Which is also, I mean, yeah, but I think then that kind of comes back to what you were saying, right? Do people want to improve if you've been, you've had your 12-year sentence? I don't really feel the need to go and do more. I just want to get my little job and my hive.
And the other thing that happens, people go, well, I've managed quite fine up until now. So I don't understand what your problem is. Like, I've been fine up until now. And that is the problem. You've just been fine. You haven't been great. And I think this is the other thing. And I remember just being out of school and one of my first jobs I worked at, and there was a really, really good sales rep. And everybody used to go, and you're the best in the company. You're amazing. Can you, how do I get as good as you? And everyone always used to tell her how amazing she was.
Mhm.
And like my mom said to her, if I'm right, we were in the car. She was giving us a lift somewhere. Can't remember. But anyways, and my mom said to her, she said, must be really great knowing that I think she'd won an award.
Okay.
And she got best sales rep or something.
Smashed it.
And smashed it. And my mom said to her, it must be really nice knowing you're the best in the company.
Mm-hmm.
And she turned around to my mom and she said, there are thousands of indispensable people in the grave. And she said, nobody is indispensable.
Damn.
And I'm only as good as my last sale. And it really hit home for me.
It just got dark.
Yeah, because that is the reality is people think they're indispensable, but
Yes.
people die every day.
Every day. Yes, people do die every day.
And that's the thing is, and businesses continue without them.
They keep flowing. They keep doing what they got to do.
They find somebody else.
Yep.
So, and this is where it's like, I've never forgotten what she said because she was in the peak of her career. She just won an award. But she still had the humility to say, I'm not indispensable.
I mean, that's an insane amount of one, humility, like you're saying, and two, self-awareness as well, right? Like having that self-awareness to be able to be like, yeah, that was good. Awesome job. I won that award. But I can be gone tomorrow. It just takes one thing and it's game over for me. Damn.
And it was so powerful for me because that humility of I still need to keep working on myself. I still, I might be the best today, but it doesn't mean I'm the best tomorrow.
Somebody else will replace me quick.
And it's so important to just be aware of that, is that what are you doing to get better? What are you doing to do more? What are you doing to increase your sales? And this is where goal setting comes in, is that what are you doing what is the next thing?
Yes.
Is it another sale? Is it, I've just closed a 10,000 Rand sale. I need to close another 10,000 Rand sale. Or is it, I did 50,000 this month. Next month, I want to do 55. And are you holding yourself to those goals? And what do you need to do in order to keep growing?
Yes.
And I think that's one of the challenges, because so often people go, well, I've been in this business for 20 years and all the customers just come to me.
Build relationships. It's what I do.
And that's the problem, is that people kind of Well, if you think everybody comes to you, where's the goal?
Mm. You're not doing anything. You're not going out there hunting. You're just waiting.
You're just sitting waiting. So what's the goal? What are you doing to change the goal or
Yeah.
improve the goal?
Because you could do both, right? You
Yes,
could go and chase people, and you
absolutely.
can have people come to you. Damn, that just actually doubles your income.
100%. And
Mm.
and that's one of the things that I think in businesses there's this stuck mindset of, you know, I've done it. I'll show you. I've been doing this for, I don't know, 20 years or 30 years. I'm the best. Um, you know, whatever it is.
The thing is, I'm just thinking about myself as you speaking there. And I love it because for me, I'm like, yeah, there's always something I've got to learn. Even when I know that I like, even when I'm like, I don't want to, but I have to because I'm not going to be the best at what I do forever. My game has changed so much that
I mean, in social media, yeah, it's changing all the time, just
every
about
day,
every day.
every
Yeah,
day,
there's something new
there's
and something that you've got to upgrade and something you've got to learn.
I honestly feel like, especially with like a platform like Meta, they don't even tell you. They don't even like send an email. We did this update. You just see it, and you're like, wait, what is going on? How did this happen? Go and research it. Go into their forums. Go and do all those things. Because now you're like, oh damn, I didn't even know you guys did that anymore. I didn't. I didn't. Like, I'll give you a good example. Now suddenly, and I want to get paid for this if you guys do this, but they kind of moving towards doing Meta podcasts now, where essentially you can do long forms. Remember, there was that push on short form video.
Yes, there
Short,
was
short.
short, short, short.
Now it's like, no, 15 minutes and up will be even better for you.
Is that why suddenly there's longer videos?
Yes, because they pushing it now. And I'm like, guys, why didn't you send a memo for this? Do you know how much content I have that is long form video? But you know what? It's all good. I've got it. I'll put it out. But it's all those change. And if I was sitting back and, for example, sitting in meetings and saying to you guys, no, guys, it's still short form. It's still short form. And you guys are listening to me, and it just takes one person outside of our organization to be like, no, it's actually changed. I feel, at least for me, my level of expertise starts to get questioned. Because like, how did you not know about that update? I can't know all the updates, but you should know like the key ones.
Correct.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to things like podcasts and things like that,
'Cause
because you're the expert in that area.
Yeah. Expert. I don't like that. Okay. So we've spoken about employees. Sorry,
Yes.
employees. We spoke about you guys. Done now. I want to speak about somebody else. What if the difficult high performer in the company is actually the owner? The owner that says, I built this business. Nobody understands our customers like I do. If I don't get involved, nothing happens. I've been doing this for 20 years. The team isn't ready. It's my money. They may be correct, but can building a successful business convince the owner that they automatically right about everything inside it?
So, and this is where, building teams is one of the hardest things you're going to do. And I guess that becomes the definition of what is a business. And you can have entrepreneurs that do everything. And they do everything and they have incredibly successful businesses. And,
One man banding it.
we like the more that AI comes in, the less people have to build teams and the less they have to deal with people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And so there's nothing stopping a business owner from being the best and for generating thousands in their business and not
actually
having a lot
needing
of
a team.
people. And they don't need a team.
And I'll say this, and it's not I don't take it as, I understand the concept of what he's saying when he says it. When Barry speaks about he doesn't need us, right? Like he can go do what he does, generate and make millions in a year
Correct.
without a team, without offices, without without the overheads of running a business. So like you're saying, he could be a successful entrepreneur by himself
Correct.
and absolutely crush it and not have the stress of building a team. Not having the stress of having to do Monday meetings, holding people accountable. And I think, like you're saying, we're moving into this AI space where people are actually starting, I would say also, people are starting to look at that and go, do I really need these 3 people though?
But I mean, we've seen it in terms of how many calls. I mean, yesterday I had such a chuckle. I answered, you get this unknown number, and I answer it and very gingerly go, hello, because you answer the phone, and more often than not, I get more flipping computer AI phone calls than anything else.
Yeah.
So I answer it, I go, hello, to see if I'm going to get an AI response. And I get this hello back. And I'm like,
Still not sure.
it's just another AI.
Oh.
And then this guy goes, is that such and such a company? And I killed myself laughing because I was like, you sounded just like AI.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, wrong number. I'm like, I didn't even know people got wrong numbers these days. Like,
How do you get a wrong number?
but it was just like, it was very funny because people are now starting to answer the phone, or they don't want to answer the phone because it's going to be AI or a AI chatbot or something. So they'd rather get a message because at least like a message out, if I'm messaging a chatbot, it's okay.
Yeah.
And that's not creating connection. It's not creating community. It's not creating team. But it's working for people. And that for me is the challenging thing, is that AI is going to start replacing all these teams.
Yeah.
But AI doesn't have culture.
It does not.
And it does have systems.
Big systems.
Huge systems. And that is where AI is working, because it's the system that is working.
Yes, I would agree with you fully on that.
It's not there's no heart and there's no emotion.
No.
So when the system doesn't work, there's nobody to say, hey, let me step in and help you here. And that's going to be the challenge with AI. But for now, the system works.
Yeah. No, I think that the system does work. And I feel that more and more people, done right, I actually think that we'll still need more and more people if you utilize AI correctly, right? Because the people need to implement the system. You can go on AI and create a system. It still needs to be implemented and monitored and watched. Yes, AI could do that, but when a customer is losing their mind for an order that hasn't been fulfilled, can you AI it?
I just know from the customer's perspective, I lose my.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
lose it.
Yeah,
when
we're
you've got
using it.
AI, and they're going, "Can you repeat the question?"
What the? Please press 5.
Like, I want to speak to a real person.
Yes.
So AI is great when there's no heat and pressure. Again, and it's almost the reverse of it, because AI works absolutely wonderful until there's a problem. But and I suppose the biggest thing is that it's, at the end of the day, you still got to create team, and you still got to have mindset, and you still got to have communication. And I think a lot of people are struggling to communicate.
Agreed.
And the more that AI comes in, the more important it is to have communication skills and not rely on technology to communicate for you.
Okay, so when you communicate, can we clarify what that means?
Communicate effectively so that anybody can understand what you're saying. I'll use this example, is if somebody asks you a question, can you actually answer it? Today, what I see is most people can't answer a question, a simple question. So is this project going to be done on time? Like, when is this project going to be finished? I'll use that. When is this project going to be finished? I've sent this and I've done that and I've done da 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 da.
We finished when it's finished.
Okay, you didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
When is the project going to be finished? Are you capable of finishing the project? But I've done X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. And that's where it's like, you didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not even aware that people don't answer questions.
No, because I think that you are focused on whatever you want to say, or however you, at least from the trap I sometimes fall into, is I'm thinking about what I want to already respond to you.
Correct. So I got what, and we're already going, yes, I got that, but da 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 da, and then the person's already, they've pulled us off left, right, and center, and they didn't answer the question.
Yeah, now we're frustrated, and it's just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah.
That happens in teams a lot, I would say.
And I think the other thing is, emotion does not mean that the person doesn't like you. And that's the biggest problem in teams. People take things personally. You got upset with me, and that's not okay. The person's going, no, I didn't get upset with you.
Mm.
No, you did. I got upset, but it wasn't with you. I got upset because I was not able to express what I was trying to express, and I couldn't get my point across.
Yes.
Or I got upset because I didn't do the work and you did, and like I felt like I'd let myself down.
Yeah.
Um,
It's zero to do with you.
it had nothing to do with you. And that's one of the challenges in teams, is that people think that because there's emotion, it's a bad thing.
Mm.
And often it's not. Often emotion is a really good thing. And I mean, I've seen it. I mean, I've like, you'll see it in terms of people lose their mind, and then they come back the next day and they're super happy and they're super productive. And why? Because they got all that emotion off, and then they can be productive again.
Mm.
So sometimes emotion is a good thing, because you get all that stuff off of you, and then sure, you can carry on as normal.
So would you say that's why, I mean, that's kind of why high performers in a business are high performers, because they don't necessarily, they feel the emotion. This is also just a generalization. And I'm also thinking about somebody specific when I'm saying this. Is okay, so for example, Barry will feel something to it, it's out, it's done, and he moves on.
Correct.
Next thing, let's go.
Yeah.
He's not sitting in it.
Correct.
Is that in your opinion, would you say that is a trait of a high performer, being able to feel it, understand it, but push on?
That's I don't know how to answer that, because I think the biggest thing is that action cures emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Action is what allows you to move through, and high performers are active.
Yes.
And so they don't get stuck. They don't let the emotion stop them. However, just because they're good in one area does not mean they're good in another area.
Okay.
So it's understanding, yes, often high performers, it's the action of just doing that gets them results.
Mm.
Okay. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily healthy or
Yes.
optimal for their bodies or for a whole lot of other things. So it is important to understand that you still need balance.
Mm. Got you.
Okay. But what I do know is that action is the one thing that's going to move you through the emotion. And with all the work that I've done, is that action will put you back in the green zone.
Mm.
Action will get you results. And too many people spend too much time in their mind thinking, should I do this? Should I do that? What about this? What about that? Whereas if they just take the action instead of thinking about it, they'll get way better results.
It's bungee jumping, right?
Possibly.
No, but you don't think about it. You just go. I mean, obviously, you have to have all your harnesses and stuff. Like, think about that. So don't just go jump. But
that's the balance. You need to make sure your harness are strapped in and all those kind of things. You don't just go, oh, I feel like bungee jumping. I'll just jump off the bridge.
Woo! That's a whole different ballgame. No, because also like the high performance thing, because like there's a whole bunch of sports that came back this weekend, and I was, as much as I've played sports and I've played it at a high level, I've never played it at a level where I was getting paid for it, right? And I look at these guys and I'm like, I think I would really suck at losing a professional sport, whatever sports it is. And I would get so stuck in that emotion. These guys, you literally hear them be like, yeah, we lost it. We didn't execute. We didn't, we had a system. We had a plan of what we were going to do. We didn't execute our plan. But it's on to next week. Next week we've got a new game. We get to start again. And that's that. Business is literally the same.
Correct.
You don't follow the system today. Okay, some stuff happened. You probably lose a deal. Tomorrow you get to do it again and again and again and again.
And I think that's, sports people, it's they, and this again depends on what sport, when, where, how. Um, it's so funny you brought up sports. South African sports is not the best example to use, especially as carte blanche is querying
Oh my lord.
money around sports.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
But if you were to take, for example, somebody that plays golf,
Yeah.
a professional golfer, their income comes from
The tournaments they
their
play.
tournaments that they play.
Yeah.
So they've got to perform in order to earn money.
Yes.
And it's such a great example of that's what business should be like. You need to perform in order to earn money. Okay. But business is not like that.
No.
Because people rock up and expect, because I was here from 8 to 5, you need to pay me.
Yeah.
Well, what did you do? Well, I spent 5 hours trying to fix your website. Yes, but my website's still not working. Yeah, but I spent 5 hours trying to fix it, and it's not my problem that it's not working because you did this and you did that and da 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 da. And the business has become more about being busy rather than getting results. And I do get that some things take time, but overall, as a generalized thing, you go into most corporates, they spend more time in meetings discussing what needs to happen than they do actually actioning what needs to happen.
Yeah, discussing the meeting that we had about a B2.
Correct. And so that is the challenge, is that, on the golf course, you can't stand and discuss the shot 5 times and whether you should have. No.
Yeah, there's time.
You have to play.
Yeah. Whether that you bunkered the last one, that's on you. You've next stroke, go. Like there's a guy behind you who's needing to play, and there's a bunch of guys that are behind you also needing to play.
And move over, get up and play, or move over. And that's the challenge. And business, I think a lot of businesses have become about, let's make it all nice and pretty, and people have lost sight of business is actually about the bottom line. What are the results?
Yeah, I apologize for Nicole's directness, but I don't, because that is the damn truth. It's about results. Like it's so weird because in some industries, right? So if you go, and I have another random story, but if I go to take my car to the mechanic, X problem is wrong. I don't care if you took 20 hours on my car. What is the result? Is my car working? Yes, it's working, because I'm not going to pay you for I'm not going to pay you for the 20 hours you spend not fixing my car. That doesn't make any sense. But in business, we do that.
Yes. And it is. It's and certain businesses, particularly in the service industries, like IT, that sort of thing. It's like, well, it took me so long to do this, and I spent so many hours, and and that's the thing. If you take your, go back to, you take your car to a mechanic, you as the client expects the car to be fixed. You don't care how long the mechanic spent working, which mechanic, how, who, what, where, when. Is your car fixed, and is it fixed to a certain standard?
Yes.
And, it is important to make sure that your mechanic is reputable and they're not sticking your car together with
Duct tape
and silicone.
Yep.
We're not talking about those kind of mechanics. We're talking about, you take your
it to a
car
proper shop.
to a proper shop. You expect a certain standard. And that is one of the challenges today, is that there are so many people out there that are duct taping and siliconing
Their business. True story. So my random story, because you brought up the golf thing. Again, another random thing that popped up on my feed. This guy's just become pro. I think he's like 23, 24 years old. And he takes you on the journey of what it is to play a major tournament. And if he doesn't make the cut, he doesn't get paid. And the more cuts you make, the more money you make. But then there's also still the expenses that he has. He has a caddy, he has because he's not at that level yet, right? So he has a caddy, he has to pay for his own housing, his own cars. And I was like, damn, this man is literally working to pay. Right now, he's paying to play, basically, the way I view it.
Correct.
And also businesses. You're currently paying to play in the business landscape right now.
But a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge is, people expect a salary and they expect an increase and they expect all these things and there's this expectation. But when the tables are turned and you're like, well, I want to see what you're doing,
Yeah.
And somebody comes and walks alongside you and says, right, show me everything that you're doing, right? I want to see it. I want to know. And people take offense to that. Like,
why are you micromanaging me?
correct. Instead of what can I learn from you and what can you learn from me?
Yes. Any final thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Oh, I think the biggest thing is remember, you are indispensable and you can never stop learning.
Do you mean dispensable?
You are not indispensable.
Oh.
Sorry, you are not. Yes. And it is important to keep learning.
I agree. Let's keep learning, keep growing, keep building a business. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with somebody. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.